A little-known animal virus is making its way around northwest Arkansas and some surrounding states. Now, the USDA says vesicular stomatitis is a disease that primarily affects cattle, horses, and swine. 5 News reporter Nick Camper spoke to a local veterinarian to get more details on what this is. Nick?
And the virus is fairly non-lethal, but Dr. O'Neill with Country Vet Services in Farmington says it is contagious and it is something to be cautious for.
Animals can be a little lame. They can also go off feed because their mouth's so sore they can't eat.
Vesicular stomatitis is an animal disease that primarily targets cattle, horses, and swine. It causes blisters in the feet and the mouth. These blisters can cause pain and lameness, which threatens eating schedules. This is according to the USDA. Right now, Dr. O'Neill says the virus has been spotted somewhere in Benton County. He says this is not the first time he's heard about it.
2 or 3 weeks ago, I heard it hit Butler County, Kansas. Then I heard about some hitting Oklahoma and some hitting even McDonald County, Missouri.
O'Neill says the mortality rate is low. He advises owners of cattle, horse, or swine to monitor and limit the insects as much as possible because the virus is passed through flies and blood-sucking bugs.
Due to the contagiousness of it, this disease is state and federally regulated.
That's right. O'Neill says owners must get permission from health officials before transporting the animals to locations off of the property. The disease can be as short as a week, but in order to prevent spread, he says it is best to isolate the animals as much as possible.
Trying to stop the spread and not get it in Washington County if possible, because this disease will spread like wildfire.
Covering news where you live, Nick Camper, 5 News.
State police and the livestock inspectors are the ones to enforce the rules when it comes to making sure people are working with local and state health officials before moving any animals.